right, here with senior Kirsten Wagner to preview the 2020 Concordia women's tennis season, and as we record this, just a few days away from the first match of the spring season anyway. Now, like I said, you're a senior here. What's maybe been most memorable about your time so far?
That's a hard question. I would probably say just the people you meet along the way. From freshman year, all of the seniors that year, and all of those upperclassmen that I grew up with. Now I am the upperclassman, and just all of the people that have impacted me along the way will stay with me for forever.
How do you embrace that role now as being one of the players with the most experience on the team?
Yeah, it's kind of weird for me to think about, I guess, but I kind of just think about when I was a freshman, sophomore, and what the upperclassmen at that time, like how they made me feel, how they supported me. So I try my best to influence the team like they influenced me.
The 2019 team last year broke a school record for wins and made it to the championship of the GPAC tournament. What did you find most enjoyable about that whole run?
Wow. A lot of it was really nerve-wracking. It was very intense, but we wouldn't have it any other way. Just the fact that we kind of kept pushing through. Had a couple tough losses that we maybe weren't ready for, but that kind of humbled us, I think, and really set us up well for that last tournament. And we're ready to go the whole way this time. So.
Coach DeSimone came in when the season had already started, basically last spring. Why were things able to transition pretty smoothly during that time?
Yeah, I think Nikita and Javi, our GAs, really helped with that transition. Also, Coach just kind of came in and just kind of didn't try to be this head coach all of a sudden. He just kind of came in, earned our trust a little bit, built some, I guess mainly just trust with the team. And we just kind of liked him from the beginning, I think. So it really has turned out well for us.
And the depth of the team seems to be a big strength, even after you lose the number one player from last year. But how does that depth kind of impact how you have to be each day at practice to compete?
Right. I think we all know that there's a lot of depth in our team, so everybody comes ready to practice, ready to show that they want to be one of those top 6, top 8 people that are traveling, that are playing. And Coach tells us too, like, your spot isn't guaranteed. You may play in this first match, but you got to keep showing up to practice and putting in work if you want to keep that spot. So.
What did last year's run maybe do for the confidence of this team going farther than any of you that had gone before, and being so close to winning the conference tournament last year too?
Yeah, I think it really boosted our confidence. The ending was a little bit bittersweet, kind of left us hungry for more, which I think is really propelling us into this season as well.
How did that maybe change where your expectations are at going into this year? I know that the conference preseason rating had this team at number 2, so expectations are maybe higher than what you've been used to coming into a season.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. They're as high as it gets for us right now. Just the fact that we did lose our number 1 and number 3 singles, but other teams lost their tops of the lineups too. And we have a really big shot this year. So
it seems like a lot of teams at Concordia have a pretty special bond within their teammates. How do you describe what that bond is like for tennis at Concordia?
I would say kind of just like we're like a bunch of brothers and sisters in a way. Everybody's eating lunch together at the cafeteria or hanging out on the weekends. Really just trying to support each other a lot this year and encourage each other. It's just like its own little family, I guess, in my opinion.
Last thing, how do you maybe make sure you enjoy these moments when you are a senior, and a few months from now it could all be done.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm struggling with that currently. I never had the feeling in high school that it was my last tennis match, because I always knew I was coming here through senior season there. So it's been interesting. It's really flying by, but I try to just, every opportunity I get, interact with the other people on the team and really strengthen those bonds, so that when I leave here, I know I'll still talk to all of these people again down the road.